All right, hey everybody. Why don't you say your name? Because that's kind of hard for me.
Okay. Hey guys. My name is Arun Chantharakantan.
And I'm Noah Shen, and we are going to be talking to you guys today about the Pokemon games. And we kind of thought we would just talk about all of them at once because they're all basically similar to each other, at least, if not pretty much identical, just with technological improvements over the decades that they have been around. So, without further ado, we're going to talk about what Pokemon is. And I know that Arun, you have played only up to Crystal yourself, right?
Yeah, I only played up to the first gen games. So.
Yeah, and well, the first and second generation, of course. So up to the Game Boy Color releases. I myself have played most of them, with the exception of the Alpha Sapphire and the Omega Ruby, and then the Black 2 and the White 2, and a bunch of things that my brother had that I just traded with him.
Right.
These are classified as is turn-based strategy adventure role-playing games. They're under the general umbrella of RPG, but they're considered strategy games, and they're adventure because there's a player that's moving along in a usually 2D world. Only recently did they add the 3D capability in the 3DS, which is the latest generation. The idea is that the player is moving around in an overworld and then fights these battles in a new battle user interface, where the Pokemon duke it out and eventually win certain battles. So it's a very turn-based thing. It's a very slow game. Sometimes that was frustrating when when I was younger. I remember it was slow, but they've recently sped things up a lot. So yeah.
So
Go ahead. What were you
okay.
saying?
So if you go back to the next one, I mean before. So what they basically did was that they remade, Pokemon different games, but they also remade the old ones into new ones, right?
Right. So what we have here is each bullet point is a generation. So they have 6 generations. But in some generations, like you'll notice in the third bullet point, there's Sapphire, Ruby, and Emerald with Fire Red and Leaf Green. Fire Red and Leaf Green are actually remakes of Red, Blue, and Yellow, the first generation. With the new technology that they had, they made it look very similar to Sapphire, Ruby, and Emerald. And this was just because Red, Blue, and Yellow became unplayable to the people that would, be playing in that age.
Okay.
And then, of course, they usually release the first 2 games, such as they would release Gold and Silver first, and then Crystal would come out later as with some bonus features, like in Crystal. They actually had moving sprites, that had never been seen before in previous Pokemon games. Oh goodness, is this, we're only like 5 minutes. So some overview of the game history. Pokemon was one of the Kickstarters, you could say, for Nintendo. You pretty much know what is a Nintendo powerhouse by what characters appear in Super Smash Brothers. So that's kind of how we judge it. And Pokemon actually had 2 characters in the original
one,
Super
right?
Smash Brothers. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have I don't even know, because Lucario is a Pokemon,
I think there's probably about 8 new ones in the Smash Brothers Melee one.
yeah,
So.
yeah. So I think, and even the Pokeballs that you can throw around have just explode with Pokemon from random
random areas.
generations.
Yeah, generations.
This game is at least the handheld game is developed by a company called Game Freak, while as the Pokemon Company is kind of the parent company, and they oversee all of the Pokemon copyrighted products, including the trading card game, which is extremely popular now. Amazingly, somehow, I didn't even know that was still popular, but it is.
So Game Freak is basically a subsidiary of the Pokemon Company while they look over their copyrights.
Yep, exactly.